We riding on some grown man knees. We step into some grown man knees. Conversation on some grown man knees. Put your hands up on some grown man knees. We puffing on some grown man knees. We sipping on some grown man knees. We vibing on some grown man knees. We loving on some grown man knees. I know, you know, that you're down with me.
Okay. All right. So we here now. Yes, I can see it moving. All right, y'all. Thank you for bearing with us. You see, that's what happens when it's live. When it's live. Yep, we're good. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so
shouts
we're
out
back.
to our man Kirk.
Thank you, our producer, EQ Studios, Exceptional Quality Studios, and that's what they stand by. So the sound should be exceptional and the quality that you see. So thank y'all for letting us know that you couldn't hear us. We appreciate that. And we appreciate you sticking in with this live show. So why don't you start all over? They couldn't even hear our introduction. At least they, you know.
They couldn't hear our introduction?
No, they couldn't hear
Peace and
anything.
blessings to you all, beautiful people. I am one half of the co-hosting team. All right, I go by the name of Tone X. Your uncle's old uncle in a much better brown fit tracksuit. OG D. Lee.
What's up, OG?
What's going on?
You're our favorite too,
Family.
baby.
And you want to introduce
Yes, and so I go by the name of Y Square, the other part of this co-hosting team. What's up, JD Houston? Salute to you too, and thank you for tuning in and watching and joining.
Okay, so tonight, listen, it's all about hot topics. I haven't politic with you in a minute on the live. Tomorrow, catch me on the live. I got some things that we're going to discuss on Instagram. That's at 5:30, like we normally do. Before I start the show, I want to thank everybody for showing love like you've been doing if it's from text messages, if it's from messages on my Instagram, DMs, if you have sent an email, if you have signed a petition, if you have purchased tickets for the one night stand, it's bigger than radio, then I want to thank you. I want to salute you. It really makes a grown man feel good to know that you mean anything to anybody, and especially in this capacity right here. So salute to Grown Gang.
What's
salute
up, Will Adams? He says,
everybody
yes, sir.
that's holding me down and continue to hold me down.
Right.
Tonight is Hot Topics.
It is.
All right, we got some things that we first name Elsa, last name Flood.
Elsa
we got
Flood, Grown
things
Gang in the building.
that we want to talk about,
Yeah.
and we want to discuss. And the first thing that we want to talk about, family, is we want to talk about your man Kanye.
Yeah.
We want to talk about your man Kanye West. I don't know if you've seen the Genius on Netflix. Well, it's that footage is crazy. That his boy did over 20 years of footage, and I heard they walked away with $30 million too after the deal, which is incredible.
Right.
Which they should have because it was dope.
Right.
Brandon, what up, nephew? Right. And so, not that, all right, not so much that, but the situation with him and Kim. Now, I don't know what Rhonda, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I don't know what Kim got between her legs.
Kim got that.
Kim must got that. Boy, I don't know what that is. But it made Kanye do all kinds of things. I don't think I've ever seen a man go to that length to get a female back and really ain't give a damn. On his latest video, he buried the boy. On the video, he burying Pete Davidson.
Oh, Lord.
I say, damn, Kanye. Michael Jones, where do I sign the petition? We will give you the link
we'll give you
before
the link,
the show is over. I ain't never seen this. Wanda, thank you for that.
Thank you, Wanda.
I ain't never seen that.
Yeah.
I don't know what she did to Kanye, but whatever it was, Kanye wanted it back. But to me,
I think she held him down. I think that's what it was. I think she held him down a lot more than what people, than what maybe the general public thinks.
More than that.
And Kanye obviously has some issues that he was going through, mentally and emotionally. And I think she was there through thick and thin. I think she just got tired of it, and he pushed her too far. And I don't think he thought Kim would ever leave, or she would ever turn her back or say, look, even with the kids and all of that she would leave. She would, just stick with it. And I think that's what shocked him. And I think he was shocked into his senses and reality. So now he's just acting out. He's just doing whatever he can to get a rise out of her, to make her respond. But from what I hear, it's actually drawing her and Pete Davis closer together. I hear they tough, thicker than leather.
First of all, I can understand her holding him down, but she did some extra. That ain't just holding you down. She was doing something. Monica
I
says,
agree,
I think
Monica.
he wants his family and his kids.
Yep, I agree.
But what was she doing? Like, what was she doing? Have you seen what he was doing? Listen, one of my comedian friends was like, I believe Kanye mad because Kim left Kanye for a white boy. Nah, look. Okay,
JD
Kim got that Rick James.
Fire and desire.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Kim went and not just any white boy. She went and got Pete Davidson. And
look,
you know what they say about Pete.
Look, I don't even want to, you know what I'm saying? And no disrespect.
That's what they said on the
my
Wendy
husband here,
Williams
they
show.
say Pete Davidson is hung low.
Well, that ain't no disrespect.
Well, endowed. I'm just saying, I don't want to talk about another man's penis while you're here. But since we're on the conversation, they say he got that Donkey Kong. And I believe Kanye may have had the brilliant and the big mind, you know what I'm saying? And his piece might have been all right, but I believe Pete Davis came up in there moving furniture out the way.
Yeah, but that ain't enough to hold.
And doing it a different.
That ain't enough to hold no female down.
But he's also probably not. No, true. But I'm saying he's also probably not as giving her as much.
I mean, it's two different
extra
people.
craziness.
That's two different energies. I mean, it go back to Rick James, when a woman is fed up.
Right.
There ain't nothing you can do about it. I don't think there's anything that Kanye can do now to win Kim over.
I don't either.
Or to win Kim back.
Right.
I was up under the Denzel philosophy for Kanye. Less is more.
Yeah.
I was like, less is more, Kanye.
And that's right, Monica. She says we have to question his mental state even before Kim. You're right. You're absolutely right. I believe that
he's a genius.
That loss with his mom, he is definitely a genius. I believe that loss with his mother has affected him a lot. And I don't think he really grieved. I don't think you ever stopped grieving, but I don't think he really took time to grieve and to heal her. And there may have been some issues, even like you said, prior to that he was not tapping into or checking into. And now all of it has just, kind of come up.
Brother Dominique Clifton Muhammad, you do remember him. That's your homie. Of course I do.
Oh, what's up,
Brother
Tammy?
Dominique?
All right.
Of course I do. That's way back when we were on out there in Concord with Brother Dominique. That was me and BJ. I met him through. And he would call from time to time. You know what I mean? Wanda say, Pete got that thing. But it is more than just that thing.
Sometimes that's all they need is
Pete be
that
making the rounds.
thing.
Dude be hooking
what
up.
What Lauren Hill tell you? That thing.
Yeah, but that, like, Kim done had plenty things. So, shoot, they say Ray J had that thing.
Right.
So, I mean, what is she, a size queen?
She might be.
So that's what Janice says she is.
She might be.
Is she a size queen? But I think it's more to that. It's got to be some connection.
Yeah, Pete is definitely.
It's got to be some connection.
Yeah. Well, that's what you would think. That's what you would hope.
Quinn, what's going on?
Yeah.
I mean, Super D don't just keep you in the game.
She stayed a lot longer than I thought too, OG. Absolutely. Absolutely.
It don't just keep you in the game. If that was the case, just go get your porn star. Yeah. Now, you can see what they got.
Yeah.
Look at the video. Then you go, but that ain't it. It's more to it than that. It's got to be a connection.
Yeah. And too much damage has happened. I definitely agree with you on that, Will. There's been too much damage right now. And it's been public. I think she could have dealt with it better if he was not so public with certain things. And he took it all the way to the kids. Remember, he went on the rant with Donald Trump and was talking about he wanted Kim to have an abortion with Northwest. And he was like, I begged Kim to get an abortion, but she wouldn't. She loved the child, but I didn't want North. I mean, you got to think as a mom, even if you were having a mental breakdown at that moment, your baby can go back and look at that on YouTube. Somebody can bring it back and find the clip for her. Now she, as a child, has got to hear her father saying that. How do you reason with that? Because she going to say, well, Daddy looked like he was in his right mind to me while he was saying it. That's how he acted around the house. So what was different? So I don't blame Kim. She's got to protect her family, protect, her image, her brand.
Kanye should have been moving in this.
He should have been moving in love, yep.
Moving
and it
in
did.
love.
You're right, Elsa. It all changed when he lost his mom.
Yeah. Miss Donda.
Yeah. Yes.
Chilling. Canapolis in the building.
What's up, Queen
Nap Town.
Brown? What's up? Thank you for joining.
Well, I hope that he finds someone solid, because when he went to the little girl, the dominant society girl, and then she had to leave. She said it was too much.
Well, you could tell that was for show. So you could tell that was just.
She said it was too much. She said he was still into Kim like that.
Right, of course.
So,
that's why he's doing all of that now.
Back to I don't know what Kim had. Kim got that. Kim got that something. I don't know what Kim got. I don't know what Kim was doing.
Kim got that thing to make sound effects.
No, she ain't. No, she ain't.
What you say, OG? So OG says Kim wanted that attention, and with Kanye, she's getting it.
And with Kanye, she wasn't getting it. And her little sister is hot, so it was time for a change.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, her sister over there having kids with
Travis.
They ain't playing.
Scott. I was going to say Travis Barker. But
they ain't playing over there with Travis Barker.
I mean, that's
the other sister.
Courtney's. That's Courtney's.
You know what I mean? And Chloe,
poor Chloe.
She going through it with Tristan and the mama. Look, it's a lot with that family. But with Kanye, Kanye is a genius. Because sometimes you listen to Kanye speak and you like, Kanye got something. Yeah, Kanye is on to something. Kanye is smarter than you think. his ideas are brilliant, but a lot of times, just like Albert Einstein, or when you get to genius level, you think
What's that?
different.
So is the genius level, does that give you a pass to do some buffoonery and to do something that is crazy and outside the box? So just because you are a genius, that we should accept the anormalness or the avant-gardeness of whatever it is you're doing?
No, but most people don't deal with a genius. I mean, they like comets, and your IQ is so high that what you consider not normal, they consider normal.
So
because of how they think.
Is it proven that Kanye is a genius, or are we just calling him one?
I think he's a genius.
You think he's a genius?
I mean, I think he's a genius. I think he is a genius. That boy made over, how much money did he make? And they took him off Billboard because they was like, your album ain't getting no sales off of Billboard. You're doing it with that thing he had where he was selling it for $200, and he had all the and he made, I forgot how many millions he made in the 24 hours. He killing the game. All his ideas are futuristic. You know what I mean? He's a couple of years ahead.
OG says he's brilliant.
No matter how we sit and look at him and what we think about him, the boy be moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He be moving ahead. So
yeah,
I don't see Kim coming back in the picture because she just filed the papers for her to be single. Now, when you got to file papers because you want to be single, that means the guy, he ain't even letting up. And the court say, okay, we're going to grant you to be single. And now you got to tell Kanye.
Put yourself in his shoes,
you're like, Kanye, she's single now. You can't do that, but y'all got to come back to court for
let's make it more
the divorce.
Let's make it even more interesting and make it more relatable to us then. Because instead of just, talking about their relationship, what would you do? If you were in the same situation as Kanye, and any of you who want to chime in on Facebook, what would you do? Would you be doing the same thing that he's doing if you really wanted your woman and you really wanted your family back?
Well, this is hypothetical, because unless you've been in that situation, you can just say what you do, but you don't know what you do.
Right.
So I really don't know. I mean, I really don't know what I would do. I don't think it's like losing his mother all over again.
That's Sanji. Right, Sanji.
I don't know what I would do. You know what I mean? I don't know if I would be that extreme. Trey, what's going on?
Grown man.
I don't know if I would be that extreme. I mean, but Will Adams, you are a genius also. Let's not forget, Unc, you move rooms. I'm just saying.
Oh, thank you for saying that, Will.
Respect. That's respect right there.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do. So I don't know if I would go to that extreme the way he did. I don't really think Kanye cared about what you think. I think that's one thing. I don't really think he cared about your opinion, how he do something, what he do. Like if he get his mind made up, that's what he gonna do.
Right.
You can call it the Kanye way, but that's what he gonna do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't think he ever took the time, and this is just me speaking from the outside looking in, but losing his mother, I don't know if he ever really grieved or if he ever got to a point where he accepted it, her transitioning. So, I mean, you can look at the documentary and see how close he was. I'm scared that he's going to commit suicide from all this pressure.
gee, don't say that.
He ain't going to do that.
Don't say that.
He ain't going to do that.
Don't say that.
I don't see Kanye doing that. I don't see Kanye doing that.
Yeah.
Let it go, Ye. That relationship can never return to normalcy.
You're right. Absolutely. Too much damage has been done. Too much damage has been done. I totally agree, Trey. Totally agree. So what's another hot topic that we can get on? I know you had several. And if you all have some hot topics out there that y'all want to talk about, let's talk about it. That's what tonight is, Hot Topic Tuesday.
Another hot topic is last week we had Fly Tie and Jacinda in here, and we were talking about Dave Ramsey's book, The Total Money Makeover. Will says depression is real. Losing your family will make you do some things. Notice the word family. Yeah, that's true.
Exactly, Will.
That's true.
Exactly.
We talked about Dave Ramsey's book, Total Money Makeover, and he is bipolar, and he doesn't take his meds, and losing his mom didn't help this situation with Kim could push him
over the edge. All right.
Well, I hope he takes that energy and puts it into his music.
Yeah.
I hope his music is his happy place, his
And
sanctuary.
OG says,
I'm praying that he doesn't, but this is really affecting him.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
but I just don't see him taking it to that extreme. You know, hopefully I'm dead on with that. To that extreme.
Hopefully not. So look, I think someone had a topic that they wanted to discuss. Quinn Brown. She said, "Let's talk about those gas prices." Yeah.
What you gonna say about
Right
it?
now, that's because
either you gonna pay it or you ain't.
That's that crazy Putin over there doing what he's doing. That's what's jacking up those gas prices right now. That war, and I feel like
ain't helping either.
No, of course
Y'all stop
not.
acting like the United States is the goddamn angel in the equation. All this shit that this country did and was in cahoots with Russia for years. This is what you look at since y'all want to put up billboards talking about United We Stand
And
with
I'm
Ukraine.
sorry, Quinn, you're gentleman, brother. I'm sorry, my
Right,
bad.
Now you notice I said
Quinn.
what up, nephew, when you came on, but she didn't pick up none of
Oh,
that.
Quinn, I didn't
All right,
know.
she didn't pick up none of that.
It could be I didn't want to say. I'm sorry, brother. King, my bad, King.
So y'all talking about, you see the billboard on Independence, we stand with the Ukraine. Ain't nobody stand with no black people doing nothing. All right? Ain't never stood with no black people. And if you watch what they doing to the African students over there, you'd see how that's going on.
So now that's what's interesting because I've been seeing, like I said, on social media, the behind the scenes stuff and what they're doing to black people and pulling black people off the train, not even letting them go into the shelters, letting them stand out in the cold. But they're not. But I actually did see it because I didn't see it on the news, but I did see it the other day. It was brought up. I can't remember what news channel I was watching, but they did mention the fact that they were doing this to black people and people of color, not allowing them to, go into the shelters or get on the trains or get on the buses in order to leave out.
They're moving them to the back of the line. You got these African, right, nephew, you know I know. Don't do that, boo.
I know. Well, I was just letting them know I'm with it.
No,
I got on that purple, though.
They don't like when you do that.
But
that's
see,
just like walking on the plot.
I would have been a Delta. So if I would have been
Nephew, talk to her.
Look, nephew, look. If I had a pledged, I would have been a Delta. So I would have been your line sister. So it would have been okay for me to go.
Well, no, it ain't. They don't play with that.
Okay. I'm not playing with it either.
Them Greeks don't play
That
with
was
that.
love and homage. Oh, and the conclave is coming up. Y'all about to turn up the city. Oh, we working on something to collaborate with you all too when the conclave comes in July.
So when you're talking about the state of Black America, it's the same all over the world. The minister spoke at Savior's Day, and one of the things he was talking about was the plight of the black man all over the world. It's the same.
Yeah.
You don't get any victory on any land in any country. They look at you the same. And when you are looking at the war that's going on, because when wars are started, that's economics. So you ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing to do with the Ukraine. I ain't got nothing to do with Russia. I don't drink Russian vodka. So, I mean, some ABC stores or liquor stores took Russian vodka off the shelf. What'd that do?
Right.
I mean, what'd that do? So that I ain't got,
Right.
listen.
Because it's beyond that.
I don't care what they do.
Politics is deeper than it. Yeah,
They
you're
do
right.
what they do. And Joe Biden ain't helping.
Right.
He not helping.
And look, so they also Will says also the basketball lady who is in jail now, Brittany Griner.
Brittany
Yes.
plays basketball for a Russian team in the off season when she's not playing with the WNBA, as a lot of WNBA professional female basketball players do, to balance out the economy, because the WNBA, they don't make the same money as the NBA, a fraction of that. So a lot of them play overseas. And she plays for a Russian team. And she was coming in, and she had some
What did
vape
she have in
oil.
her back? Yes.
So,
Was it like marijuana oil?
yeah, THC,
See, okay.
vape oil, like you put in the vape pens. And so they hold enough for that. But that's blown out of proportion because
Look at what Trey said.
the war.
Yeah.
Because of the war. They wouldn't She been playing for the team. Now, about her bringing that over there, I mean, obviously she felt comfortable doing it. Has she done it before and got it through? I don't know. You know, was it smart? I don't know. I can't speak for her. It's smart if she been over there playing and she been doing it before. Now, if this is your first time trying to sneak something in, I don't know about that. But obviously they know who she is because she's been playing over there on the team.
Right.
So they're holding her. And, of course, it's political because of what's going on with
Right
the Ukraine and how the United States is in that fold. So we want her to be able to come back.
Yeah.
You know,
Definitely.
we want her to be able to come back, but we're just going to have to see.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it ain't no weed in Russia. Like, she ain't know nobody in Russia that could hook her up when she got there. Like, it's got to be some weed in Russia somewhere. I mean, it's got to be. Weed's all over the world,
She
just
know
like
who to
black
go
people.
to. Right.
So I know somebody could have hooked her up. You got to have, I know she could have found a weed man in Russia.
Right, right. And
You know?
Trey McGriff says black people looking at the Ukraine like this is everyday-ish in the hood.
Yeah, basically, because basically that's what it is.
Right, right.
Neck rolling tongue.
What's that? Neck rolling tongue on what's OWT?
Tell her what OWT is, nephew.
What does OWT mean, Quinn? Your comments, y'all are so funny.
They're going to use her as a pawn. CNN has been talking about it.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
basically, and she's black.
Right.
So that don't help her case.
Right.
All right? That don't help her case.
Right.
Just have to cut back in other areas. Stop spending so much money. No lashes, weave, nails. The Chinese people going to be cool. Now, Sanji, you on the Dave Ramsey.
So good that you said that, Sanji. That ties us into our next
I
topic.
think that's what she was talking about.
Yeah.
We had started talking about it, but then some comments came in. So we were talking about Dave Ramsey, the total money makeover, and we were also talking about the 100-day envelope challenge.
Yes.
And that's when you take 100 envelopes and you write 1 through 100 on each envelope, and each day you pull a number, and whatever number is on that envelope, you put it in the envelope in cash. And after 100 days, you have $5,050. And it's a hell of a way to save. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you consistency. So what we wanted was to see who would be interested in doing the 100-day envelope challenge.
With us.
And we're going to call it the Grown Gang
Yes.
100-day envelope challenge.
Yes.
And we're going to hold each other accountable,
Sound effect.
and we're going to see what's going on with that. All right? So if that's something that check Putin's pantry, you probably
Right.
do.
He probably got it.
If that's something that you want to be a part of, all right, let us know. If you've done it before, let us know. Chocolate O, I see you. If you ever had that book, which is one of the best books I've listened to,
Right.
because I had it on audio.
And what was the name of the book again? For anyone who did not catch the show last week,
The Total Money Makeover.
The Total Money Makeover, and we had a show with Fly Tie and Jacinda, which is Fly Tie is actually the person who introduced us to the book, and he did it, and it worked for him and has changed his life. And when him and Jacinda were getting married, when they were engaged, they talked about it, and they did it together as a couple as well, and it changed their life. So, of course, you know, another hot topic, as you all know, there's been some transitioning going on over here within the Tone X Belser family. And this was actually something we decided to start implementing even before that transition happened with him in radio, which to me I think is wonderful. And I just got to say this sidebar. For those who are there on March 24th, we got some major announcements for y'all, for real. So make sure you go get your tickets to Shameless Plug, YSProsENT.com for that Bigger Than Radio show. But what this did, we started implementing the challenge on February the 14th. And so every day we have been putting in, you know, whatever that number is. And so now I think we're like about on day, I think I'm on day 23, 24. And it's I see it. My envelopes are building up and I'm just putting it in. So we wanted to make sure that we extended this out to our community, because a lot of times, like we talked about last week, we don't know how to save. I was in an industry where I made money quick. So saving really was not, it was a priority, but it was not a major priority because I felt like if I didn't have it today, I can make it tomorrow. And we take that for granted sometimes. So I was in a different situation where I've never been in a job where, I had a dependent check where I knew I was going to get this. I always had to go and create it and put something in the universe in order for that money to reciprocate and come back to me. But still within that, learning how easy it is to be able to save money. And at the end of this 100-day challenge, whenever you start, like I said, so the end of my 100 days, our days is going to be May the 25th. So May the 25th, I'm going to open my envelopes. And this should be over. I want about, if you do it right, and if you just do with the days, if you open your envelopes on that 100-day, you'll have $5,000, and what is that, $50?
$5,050.
Yeah, $5,050. Well, what I've been doing is whenever I had an extra dollar or an extra $5 or extra $2 or $3, $4, I'm putting it in the envelopes, being consecutive, whatever my days are, and putting it in those envelopes. And I want extra. I want to be able to have at least $6,000, $7,000. And he's doing it, I'm doing it. So at the end of that 100-day challenge or that envelope challenge, we're going to have $10,000, over $10,000.
I'm going to tell you what it is because I see a lot of people on the live. I'm asking, what is the challenge again? Mm-hmm. So it's the 100-day envelope challenge. Now, this is separate. John C. Barnett, peace.
John, what's
the
up,
Prince
family?
of Civil Rights is on here. Thug Ministry,
Thug
True
Ministry.
Healing under God. You can't stop Thug.
Right.
Over 25 years. Dave Ramsey has a book called The Total Money Makeover. Now, this isn't a part, Angela, peace and blessings to you. This isn't a part of Dave Ramsey's program or his philosophy. We'll bring all the Team True Blue out. You know how many you get down.
Yes, come on, Will.
So the 100-day challenge is a way that you can save money on a daily basis. And what it is like a cumulative snowfall because you're supposed to put money in the envelope and you forget about it. Mm-hmm. And then after the 100 days, you open up the envelopes and you count the money because you put all cash in. Mm-hmm. So you get 100 envelopes. And on each envelope, you write a number. The first envelope, you write 1, then 2 on the second one, 3, 4, and so on until you get to 100.
Yeah.
You put them in order, 1 to 100. The first day that you start is when you pull the envelope with the number 1 on it. Mm-hmm. And you put a $1 bill in it. Mm-hmm. Then you move it to the back. You can put a shoebox, you can use a bag, however you want to do it. And then you move it to the back. The next envelope for the next day, day number 2, it'll be the envelope with the 2 on it. And you put $2 in that. Mm-hmm. The third day is 3. The fourth day is an envelope with 4. The fifth day. And you keep going until you get to the 100th day. The challenge becomes, where do you pull the money from when you start getting up into the higher numbers?
Right.
Because if you got day 41, 42, 43, then that's $126 in 3 days. And you're like, well, where do I get that from? Well, that's where the sacrifice comes in. Mm-hmm. Give up something that you normally would spend for. Give up going out. Mm-hmm. Give up eating out. Mm-hmm. Give up that bottle of alcohol you're going to buy. Give up that bag of weed that you're going to buy. You give up something. All right?
Because we end up spending that and not realizing it. And I'm just kind of going in with what you're saying, giving that up. You end up, if you get that bag of weed or if you get that food or that drink, by the time you add that all up, even if each of those were small items, like I spent 12 here, 15 here, 20 here, 8 here, by the time you add it up, that's the money that you could have put in your envelope. And even if you may not have, let's say you're on day 26 or day 35 or day 26, because this is what I'm doing with because I want to be able to do it. I want to be able at that 100 days to see this work for me. So it's a part of that discipline. So let's say on day 26, I don't have $26 to put in. Well, if I have 15 or if I have 10, I'm going to go ahead and put that 10 in. The thing is to go ahead and put something in. Even if you only got $3, go ahead and put that 3 in. Come back to it. If you're able to ask your mom or ask a sister or ask a brother or ask a friend, you got $5 I can lend, Most people don't mind giving you $5. And you can say, look, I'll give your $5 back in 100 days. And I give it back to you with interest. I'll give you 10 back. So put it in, but do that challenge for you, because at the end of that 100 days, that reward is going to be so satisfying. And that cash money that you can utilize to spend to get your debt down, or to get yourself in a better situation if you don't have debt, to get yourself in a situation that you weren't able to get yourself into because you weren't saving. Yeah, I'm just saying, everyone has debt, but some people some people are up onto this, so some people don't have debt. Is the reason why I'm saying that. Okay, Dave Ramsey don't have debt.
We're talking to our listeners, Yolanda.
I know.
If you debt free, then put a heart in the screen. If you debt free, everybody has debt. And the reason I know everybody has debt is because we still brag about a credit score.
So Angela Neal, what's up, Pastor Angela Neal?
What the end's going to be. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
We still brag about a credit score. So if you brag about a credit score, you are still in debt. Not only are you in debt physically, you are in debt mentally.
Right.
Because bragging about a credit score ain't it.
Right.
Because just because you have a high credit score, that doesn't mean that you're wealthy. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean that you have money in the bank. That means that you have been in debt over a prolonged period of time, and you've been paying on it consistently. So that reflects your score, your FICO score. But that ain't it.
That's not the move. What's up, Terrence? He giving us a thumbs up.
That's not the move, Terrence. What up?
Yes.
That's not the move. Mm-hmm. The move is to move toward being debt free. John C. Barnett, you got to try it.
Good. Yeah. So look, if you're all in, let's start doing it. So John, today, if this is going to be your first day, you and wifey go ahead and get in. Start today. And
you got to get
today
the
will be from
first.
I know, but you can go and get your envelopes. And sometimes people may have an envelope. If you got an envelope at home, right there, just get a regular bill envelope and put it up in there until tomorrow till you go get your envelopes. I'm a big person about starting, because sometimes if you're like, okay, well, I'll start tomorrow. Well, what if you forget? What if you don't get by the store? And then what if you get home and you realize, oh, shoot, I ain't get my envelopes. I didn't start. If you go ahead and put that $1 to the side, get you a piece of notebook paper and staple it or tape it and make it into an envelope. But let's do this, and let's see what kind of wealth that we can not only do for internally for our families, but generational wealth that we may be able to do together. With saving this money, there may be able to things that we come together as a community or as business partners or as friends or collaborators or whatever that is, and do something that even continues to grow generational wealth. So please keep us posted, and we are in that challenge with you, John C. Barnett.
So now here's the key. Son D, what up, doe? And the D stands for doing it with this money.
Yep, and doing it well.
We got debt, right?
No,
Everybody do.
Right.
Everybody got debt.
Yeah.
Trust me. And the thing is, you have to switch your mentality.
Ooh.
Okay? You have to switch your mentality. And what I mean by that is, if you have debt, then there's 7 steps that Dave Ramsey asks you to do. The first step is you need to work toward an emergency fund.
Yeah.
And your emergency fund has to have $1,000 in it. Mm-hmm. That's your first step. Your first step is to establish an emergency fund, all right? And it has to have $1,000 in it.
Good, Sanji. I'm glad you and your staff are all in.
Now, your 1A, all right, we started last week, and I'm so excited to be working for debt free.
Yes. Bernard, yes.
Now, your step 1A is you have to do a budget, all right? Because black folk and money is like a bad marriage. We got to get together, right?
We do.
You need a budget.
Yeah.
A lot of us have never used a budget. I've never used a budget.
Right.
So you don't know where your money goes. And it says you can tell your money where to go, or your money will tell you where to go. So you need a budget. And if you want to know, you can hit me up. I'll give you this app, this free app.
Tony or Mark, what's the CETTE party?
That Dave Ramsey has, all right? I'll give you the app. And that way, 100 envelopes is the new black. And that way, you can punch in what you make, your expenses, because I don't think I've seen an envelope in the house in a minute need to hit the dollar store.
So,
That's where you go, Terrence.
Yes, go
get
get
them. And the thing is, when you first get your check, you want to take care of your rent or your mortgage, your lights, and your food. All right? I'll give it to you, John C. I'll give it to you. $ X Clan with 2 N's and the number 6. So it's $ XCLANN with the number 6. That's my Cash App, John C. Appreciate you, family. So the thing is, you want to change your mentality. And by that, I mean when you write down your debt, but you write it from smallest to largest. Most people, your largest payment is your car payment, all right? Besides your mortgage or your rent. So you write down all of your debt, all of it, credit card debt, student loans, this, that, this loan, that. You write it down, and you attack your lowest balance on your debt first. You pay the minimum on everything else, but you attack that lowest one first. And once you pay that one off, it's a snowball effect. Now you see whatever you have left that you were paying on that bill, all of that goes to the next debt. Pastor Neil, emergency funds, we use 6 months of what our monthly bills are. That's true. He says in the book, once you get your emergency fund, which is $1,000, and that's just for emergency.
Right.
Okay? You don't go pull from it. It's an emergency fund. Then you build that up. Depending on if you just have one income that takes care of the whole household, or if you have multiples. That'll decide what your bank has to be.
Right.
3 to 6 months.
Right.
So that's $5,000 to $25,000. That's what you're working for in your savings account. $5,000 to $25,000. But you get your $1,000 emergency fund first. Then you start snowballing these accounts. All right? I just watched somebody today, a black couple in Atlanta. She's a dentist. He does cybersecurity. They were making like $100,000 a year, $120,000 a year. But they had $460,000 in debt. She said she had about $300,000 in student loans because she's a dentist. And it took them 47 months, but they paid it off. And Dave Ramsey bought them on the show. Dave Ramsey was at their church 4 years ago and was talking about this. And they started it, and then he bought them on the show. $460,000 in debt. They wiped it out in 47 months. So whatever your debt is,
Right.
it can be wiped out when you get focused and you know where your money going. But here's the thing about changing mentality. When you get the money in the envelopes, now that ain't no vacation money. That ain't no new car money. That ain't no Louis bag money, Gucci belt. That ain't what it's for. You supposed to take that $5,050 and put it on a balance, on a bill.
Right.
That's where it's supposed to go.
Right.
You ain't supposed to be like, well, I'm gonna put $1,000 in savings, and then all of it goes. Bam, goals is the key. We have been using goals for years and have achieved some things we never thought possible. We keep our top goals yes, goals are the key. So to be debt free is a hell of a goal.
Right.
Because this country don't tell you about being debt free. This country teaches you that credit is king and your FICO score is the thing. And King
What's
Lee,
up, King Lee?
they got a special performance on March 24th.
They sure
you
do.
Definitely want to be in the building for that.
Yeah.
Iconic Truth Band and King Lee. But your mentality got to change.
Yeah.
It's just like when you get your income tax check.
Yeah.
You see all them 30-day tags on cars because they got that income tax check, or people on Instagram, they over in Costa Rica because income tax money. Talking about
Yeah.
that's income tax balling. You didn't even know you were getting that money.
Yep.
You didn't. That money wasn't planned.
Yep.
So that money right there,
Yep.
that go on a debt.
Yep.
Because you knock it down. You knock it down until you look up. Me and Yolanda, our due date is August 29th, which is my
Yes.
mother's born date. So
All of our debt.
we'll work into August 29th, where the only thing we have is rent or mortgage, and then
That's it.
utilities
Yeah.
and food, but rent or mortgage. Now, what happens when you get debt free? Or you pay off your debt? You don't get lethargic. You don't go back to what you were doing before because you don't have no debt. By that time, you've built up a tenacity. It's programmed in you now.
Yeah.
You're going to still do the same thing you were doing when you were snowballing and knocking off the debt. Now, you move on to the next step. Now, you taking 15% of your check and all your earnings. Now, you investing. Now, you looking at the RIAs. Now, you stacking money for buying property. See, now you stacking because all that money you was putting toward debt is freed up.
Yeah.
So now you saving and stacking, saving and stacking. Me and Yolanda plan on taking a 4-year plan and saving and stacking between $30,000 to $50,000 a year. So at the end of the 4 years, we can have between $120,000 and $200,000.
We're going to have more than that.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Why? Because you take that money and buy a house cash. And I know you're saying, well, Tone, you got to finance a house. You need a FICO score. No, you don't. You need an underwriter who can write that cash sale. And you go to somebody with some cash.
And you
And
know,
tell
you
them how
can
you getting
find
ready to find-
homes that are in foreclosure. You can find
It's
a
a wrap
house
around
that
here.
might be
It's a wrap.
worth $300-some thousand or $400,000, and maybe it went into foreclosure or it's flipped upside down or whatever the case. And you come in there, and you got cash, bam, now you getting that home.
You can be in Piper
So-
Glen with some cash.
Right.
You can be in Ballantyne with some cash. You can be in Waxhaw with some cash. You can buy you some land with some cash. You can build something with some cash.
And that's the thing.
Cash is king. Cash is king. But them credit cards, I told Yolanda, look, community money made and spent. Jews 15 days, Italians 10 days. Well, our dollar don't even circulate 3 days. Because
Right.
97 cents of every
Right.
dollar that we spend go to somebody else.
Right. He says Italian 10 days, whites 7 days, blacks 1 day. Exactly. Wow. He was like info from Killer Mike. And that is real.
And
we
the
don't
Asian
circulate the
community ain't
dollar
playing
in
with
our
you either.
community the way we should.
Asian community ain't playing with you. Because you right up in the hair store. You right up in the hair store. And there's a couple of restaurants that I like.
Yeah.
The Asians know me. And you right there spending that money. And we take that same philosophy and mentality and you spend with more black businesses. You spend with more black people. And then you spend with yourself. You see what I mean? So don't come up to me talking about, Tone, I'm straight. I got a 775 credit score. Because that's not impressive. That's not, you're going to lose me. All right? You're going to lose me because that's not impressive. I'm not going to be like, oh, boy, you doing it. In my mind, I'm going to be like, you've been paying the bank a lot of years. And obviously, with that credit score, you've been paying on time. And you've been giving the bankers and the CEOs another building, another house, another institute. But what they giving you? And don't you come telling me about no damn buyback, no percentage, and no points, and no credit reward system. When you purchase something, you get this back. If you don't take so I got to spend $1,000
In
to
order
get
to get
$300 back.
Come on now.
But a lot of y'all get excited about that. Let's
Yeah.
keep it a buck. A lot of us get excited.
Yeah.
2 months ago, I would have got excited when somebody told me they had a 750 credit score, and I'd have been like, see, Yolanda, this is why I got to get my credit
But
together.
that was before.
Now I'm like,
Yeah. And to me, and
credit.
you know what, Bernard Neal, thank you. You're right. That's what it's about, us educating one another because we're learning too. And to me, that is the great thing about this platform. And I'm so thankful and so blessed that we have a supporting team like EQ Studios who supports Grown Man Conversations. They're one of our biggest sponsors and allow us to come and give this information to you because a lot of time, if you're not linked into the circle, if someone isn't just giving you this information and telling it to you, or if you're not going and seeking it out for yourself, you may not know. And there's some people who are in a situation where, and I'm gonna be real with you, I'm gonna be transparent. There's some people who, and to me, you can only call it maybe prideful. You don't necessarily want to ask people because if you're in a position where people look at you like they feel like you got it together, or they feel like your finances are okay, or they look up to you as some type of mentor, you might not want to be open to say, you know what I mean? Well, I don't know how to, or I don't have it. But that's what I love about this platform and the show that Tony and I do. We are able to be vulnerable and have transparency and open it up, because even the ones who look like they do have it.
That's how your money be.
Yeah, oh, that's how your money be. I was going to say, because even the ones who look like they do have it, they may not have it. But if we're able to sit here and teach education or teach situations where people can save money and they can start doing it in an easy way, then that's what we want to be able to do, and have these transparent conversations with y'all about it.
Don't get caught in the social media facade, because everything look good on social media. Everybody look good on Instagram. Everybody doing their thing on social media. Money does not depreciate. Everybody doing their thing on social media.
Yeah.
So you can't get caught up in that, all right? And you can't get caught up in what other people think about you. Mm-hmm. That's a problem, too. Yep. We spend money that we don't have for things that we don't need to impress people that don't care.
That's what Ty said, right?
And that's the formula.
Yeah.
Money is good for three things. Money is good for three things: to invest, to give, and to enjoy. You can't make money and not give money. The more money you make, the bigger giver you should be. Mm-hmm. You see? You had a Roma. Well,
what's up? That's family.
Tell Nas I said what's up.
Tell Nas Escobar we said hey.
But you got to be a giver.
Yes.
All right? You can't just be making money and then you not giving nothing. That's part of it. You have to be a giver, not just a receiver. And for so long, we have stayed in a mindset of what this country told you, and that was to achieve anything you want financially, you need credit. You need your couple credit cards, and you need to put something on them so your credit score can go up. Mm-hmm. They also told you milk
does the body good.
They also told you milk made your bones stronger. And if milk make your bones so strong, why do you see so many elderly people hunched over with rockers and canes walking around? The only thing that helps from drinking milk is the calf. And if you on here tonight and you got 4 legs and you on a farm and you got rudders under your stomach, then we ain't talking to you. But if you regular like us, human, it's not helping you. It's not, yeah.
Yeah.
Nas is hella cool. It's
family,
not helping you. So I don't know how we can pick and choose when to believe what the government says or what tradition says. You can't. You can't. We pick and choose. Got them PPP loans, and the government was all right. Trump wasn't that bad. Then turn right around and something else happened. Oh, man, to hell with the government. I tell you what, if you've been lying to me on a consistent basis and I find out some truth to what you've been telling me,
come on now,
I'm going with the truth.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what you've been saying. I'm going with the truth. And what I know now is you can get everything that a credit card has to offer by using a debit card. Same thing. Same thing. Same thing. And if Dave Ramsey say he ain't had a credit card and ain't owed nobody in 35 years.
Come on now, then I believe him. I'm looking at his situation.
I don't need no credit score.
Yeah, so
that's what I'm trying to tell you. You can't shame me if somebody say, well, Tone, what's your credit score? And I think it's a 16.
Yeah. And you're right,
like,
Trey.
what?
He says, we embrace the facade of being rich at the expense of being wealthy.
Well, I like that. That sounds like a grown man quote of the day.
Yeah.
That's what that sounds like.
Yes, it
Grown
do.
man quote of the day.
I don't know who need to hear this, but
we embrace the facade of being rich at the expense of being wealthy. Boy, you said something on that right there. You said something. There go Carolyn Russ.
Kay Bells.
One of the
Thank
best
you for joining us.
Realtors in Charlotte, ladies
One of the
and gentlemen.
best realtors in Charlotte. If you all don't know, please look up, go find her on Facebook, Carolyn Russ Realty. She has been our realtor since we have been back here in Charlotte, and she is phenomenal. Definitely, she is all about Black excellence and exceptional customer service. She will make sure that you get what you want and you get exactly what you need.
Yeah.
And you paying the right price for whatever it is. Period.
She's thorough.
She's very thorough.
She's thorough. In a couple of years, Carolyn, you be helping us get that house for cash. Don't bring
Cash.
no financier
Yes.
to us. Biden shutting down them PPP loans. He even locking up pastors. Thug has never used a grant, and we in 17 states.
Come on, to God be the glory.
But the PPP loans he's shutting down
Yeah.
is the cats that got. How you get $550,000 for your company and you on Instagram with a Bentley?
Right.
You listen. Get your paperwork. That's all you need. If you got your paperwork, you good. Plus, big fish in a small pond. He not coming to you for that little $10,000 you got.
Right.
That little $20,000 they gave you.
Right.
That little $5,000 grant
He
you got
ain't
from
worried
Charlotte.
about that.
He ain't want that. That ain't what he doing.
For those who got that 1.5 though.
That ain't what he doing.
That $300,000-$400,000 though. And you went and got that surgery for it. And you went and got that new house. And you went and got that car. That's who he's coming for, baby. They going through all y'all stuff.
I remember one time I was on 95 going to New York, me and my guy, and we got pulled over right in front of King's Dominion. And I went and sat in the cop car, and he was like, "Do you have anything in that car?" I said, "Yes, sir. Half a blunt in the glove compartment." And I had a pistol, and the pistol was registered. And he was sitting there small talking to me, and the guy I was with was a felon. And he was like, "You ain't supposed to have whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop." But I remember him saying, "Well, we going to let you go. All right? We going to let you go because we ain't out here looking for no damn blunts. We out here looking for weight."
Right.
He said, "What I suggest you do is get rid of it before you get further down the road because the next cat that pull you over might not be nice to me. I mean, might not be as nice as I was." And we got rid of it because we went in the rest area and smoked it. We wasn't going to throw it out. Hell no. We smoked it, and then we went on about our way. And I'm just saying that, but Biden ain't coming. That little 25, 30,000 you got, you good.
Right. You good.
I don't care about
If you had your little tax, and the thing about that, even if your tax papers were not already right, when Trump was, that's not what they were looking for. You had to have a certain credit score, and you at least had to have your EIN number, and you at least had to have paid your taxes and been a actual credible company, meaning you were registered with whatever state you were in. You good. They're not coming for you, but those who did that and then pumped up them taxes and did a little bit of extra so they could get that 1.5, that 800,000, that 300,000, yeah, baby, they might be looking up in your back door right now.
But if your taxes ain't right, I suggest you get somebody solid to do your taxes anyway, because taxes ain't, the IRS ain't what you want to play with.
No, look at John. See, he said a pastor just got pleaded guilty for
80,000.
80,000,
He
right.
didn't know what to do.
He ain't know.
He didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He didn't know what to do. But,
Yeah.
you get you somebody trustworthy to do your tax, because the last people you won't smoke with is the IRS. The IRS ain't even a government agency.
Come on now.
You think they are, but
better
they're
know.
not. You know what I mean? So, well, hell, a Charlotte pastor just pleaded guilty of misusing 80,000. We must do better, Tom. Well, hell, did anybody say anything about Joel Osteen when the plumber was in the house and went in the wall,
Right.
and found that 300-some
Right.
thousand, something like that?
I thought it was 500-some thousand.
Envelopes.
I thought it was more than 300. I thought it was like 500, and it was all up in the back envelopes.
I wish I'd have been on the
I
job.
sure wish I had been that plumber that day.
Another hot topic we want to move into before we get
off.
the
We only have a
scene
couple more minutes, and then we'll be off in a few.
is myself.
Yes.
I am a hot topic.
Yes, you are.
Okay, the reason I'm a hot topic is because I have seen the love and I have seen the energy of the people come through after what transpired up at Beasley. So I started off the show with a human thank you card, and before I leave here again, I want to thank everybody. I put up something on my story that says, shout out to the people who believe in me. And you never know the impact that you make, good or bad, until something happens and the energy comes back, because energy never leaves. It just keeps moving. So those last 5 years on the air on Grown Man Radio, I had a chance to see the impact of people that I haven't physically seen or physically met, but the energy that's coming to me through text messages, DMs, you're sending emails up and down the entire list.
Petitions.
And you're signing petitions. And the thing is, a lot of times people think that the energy is going to subside to the point where it's business as usual. And that's another aspect of how they see us. But it hadn't died down because it's been longer than a week. That's usually your grace period. And it hadn't died down. So I want to thank everybody that's done that. And if you're thinking about doing it, because you can't control how people express themselves. And you have the right to express yourself however you see fit.
Absolutely.
These emails, I've read them. I've seen some of them. They're not derogatory. No one's
very
profanity laced
and articulate.
It's just people that are expressing themselves about how they feel. And they're doing it eloquently.
Yeah.
It's detailed. And I wouldn't give a damn if you ain't going to reply, corporate or whoever. If you see that, you have to feel something from those emails, those letters, and that petition. So I just want to thank y'all for that. And I want to let you know some things that are coming down the pipe that I need you to be a part of. A lot of you said to me that we love you, family. We got your back. We're going to move wherever you move. Whatever you're doing, we're going to be a part of it. Love and support are action words. They sound good when they're just sitting idle, but it's a big impact when they're moving and they're being shown. So I said that to say this. I want you to keep up with what's going on with me and Y Square, because Grown Man Radio is coming at you. It's not coming back, because Grown Man Radio was a catchphrase and it was an energy that I bought to my show. It was the Tone X show. But Grown Man Radio was a feel and energy that I bought to Tone X show. And then I would call it Grown Man Radio. Well, Grown Man Radio is about to be its own radio platform.
Yes.
And I want you to support it. We will let you know when is the launch date. Of course, when you're doing this, you have to step out on faith. But you also have to make sure something like this, which is major, you have to make sure that you dot your I's and cross your T's. My shop teacher used to tell me in junior high, you say, Tone, because my thing was I always wanted to finish first. And he was like, listen, you measure it twice to cut it once. Meaning you don't measure it and cut. Now you got to go back and then you got to go back and you measure it twice to cut it once. That's what we're doing with Grown Man Radio. Yes. We are measuring it twice to cut it once. So when it launches on point. Everything is on point. And you're going to love it, because I take myself out of a situation and an environment with restraints, constraints, and rules that are not mine. And I put myself in a situation where everything is controlled by me.
Come on, baby. You better
so that's better for you. Okay? You think you were getting knowledge dropped before. You can get the real for real now. Grown Man quote of the day, tweets of the day, and the music selection becomes better, because the music is an outward extension of myself. So they're not programming it. I'm programming. We're programming it. So you get to see that dynamic. So Grown Man Radio, it is coming. I just need for you to hold on, send some prayers, and some positive energy. Always send positive energy, because this is what we move in. Love. Everything is done off that. Now,
love always wins.
Don't forget about I am a published author. Okay? And I have a book out that is called Grown Man Tips. Every home should have this book because this book covers all genres and covers all dynamics. It is a book of philosophies and thoughts that I've carried around damn near all my life. And Yolanda one day said, you should put those in a book. I would do them on stage. I would do them on air. And Yolanda was like, they were called Tone X-isms at first, X-isms. And she was like, you should put it in a book. So she developed it. She put them all down. She put it in the form. And the book is out. And the book has been doing well. But now, in this season, it has the opportunity to do extremely well. Mm-hmm. Why? Because I don't have to watch how I promote it. I don't have to watch whose platform I'm promoting it. I don't have to worry about, is it sounding like I'm promoting something just to get a financial gain or a push when it's not my station? Well, now it is. And we're sitting here right now with Grown TV Network at EQ Studios and a podcast, and I'm letting you know this is where you can go to support. And I just told you, support and love are action words.
Yes.
You can go to Tone X Edutainment, EDUTAINMENT.com, ToneXEdutainment.com, and you can purchase a copy of the book. It's an incredible book. And one of these shows, I'm going to bring it. We'll do a couple.
Yeah,
As a matter of fact, what I need to do is that Grown Man Book Club, but I need to have a night where I go somewhere. If I could find a black-owned bookstore, have the book, do excerpts from the book, take question and answers. Yeah. And that way you can get it direct and you can purchase the book right then.
So or if anybody knows of a black-owned bookstore that we could collaborate with and build that relationship with, let us know. You can inbox me directly through Facebook or Instagram, and let us know about it. We would love to support a black-owned business and showcase Tone's book, Grown Man Tips, and open it up for tips that we sit there and we discuss. So please hit us up with that information.
Also, Grown Fit. You see I have on this gray, and a lot of people have ToneXEdutainment.com.
Thank you, Trey. Appreciate you, family.
You see I have on this gray and white, and a lot of people have been asking about this, and this was just to see what the reaction was with this color. And a lot of people's like, yo, Unc, I gotta have that. So that's
coming for you,
But we have some new colors that have come in, and I wanted to show you just a few pieces. I love this royal. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Please,
I'm gonna take these out, but this is fine. I don't like to refold this. I'm picky about this.
But they only send it through so you can't because it's about quality and for them to understand the time and the energy. These are not just shirts off a rack that we pulled and put a logo on. These shirts were actually custom designed and hand stitched for you all. Like, that's some real stuff. And there's limited editions. So that means we don't have hundreds and hundreds in stock. It's limited edition, and that's what we wanted this line to be. So do you see, go up, now that's when you can go up to the camera.
So now, listen, this is what I want to tell you, too, about our mentality when it comes to making purchases. Now, designer is what we seek first, but we just seek out the name. We never seek out the quality. You never asked somebody, is this Gucci shirt, what gauge is it? You never looked at the stitching. You don't pay attention. I always say God is in the details. We don't pay attention to that. So we understood the assignment, meaning if you are going to do clothing, then it has to be quality. Because the first thing our people will say is, it's cheap.
Right.
But when you make the argument that it's better quality than some of the stuff you paid hundreds of dollars for, now you have a full-blown out argument, unless you know clothes. So you can see that we have the Grown Fit logo stitched
and
on
there's
the
your
chest
camera if you take it up to the camera.
And we also have it on the back. You also have it on the back where you can see it's stitched right below the neck.
Take it up to the camera so they can see that like the stitch, it's quality, baby. No, you got it. You're right there. Yes, you see? They can see that pick stitching.
On that, okay.
Yes.
And on the back.
You see that, baby?
It's a heavy T-shirt. Yes. So we have this royal blue, which I'm extremely excited about because of the color. Blue is my favorite color anyway. But this royal blue is the distinct and it stands out. And a lot of people are asking about it, and so we have it. And so if you want to order any pieces, you can go to grownfitwear.com. You can go to grownfitwear.com and you can order these pieces. We also have the V-neck tee in black. We have it in a white. And we have it in a red to go along with this urbanreaderbook.com. Okay, Trey.
Great.
To go along.
Good job. Oh, so that's the urban bookstore that maybe we should collaborate with. All right, urbanbookreader.com.
For the ladies, we have a two-piece
Thank you, Angela.
athletic set.
Yes.
Okay? And this is the top right here. I like this color scheme. This is sunshine.
Yeah.
Gold. Now, if you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, then you see it in a different way. Like my cousin Gina in Wilmington, right? But as you can see, you have the Grown Fit logo on the back of the sleeve, which is incredible. Hold on, let me get the right sleeve. There you go.
You know, K-Bell, show the details
Which is on the back
of the sleeve, yes.
like that. You see it going down, and this is the back. And ladies, it is an incredible, cool material
Yes.
with a nice fit.
Nice
So,
fit.
and don't say, well, I have to work out more, or I have to do so and so. That's not necessarily true. You better embrace your body. But if anything, then it'd be a goal setter. You do what I did. You take some clothes and hang them up. You say, I'm not going to get rid of it. You hang this up. You say, when I get it down, then I'm going to put this on. But I'm telling you, I've seen females and worse whose bodies were not together, but you can't tell them nothing. You know what I mean? You can't tell them nothing because confidence is everything.
Back.
So this is the back of the pants, and you see the colors that go down the leg on the back, and this is the front with the Grown Fit logo right there on the leg, and the colors cascade down the
Not
leg.
Cascade.
Beautiful material, light, very durable. The colors don't fade.
You can
when
machine
you
wash it.
But make sure you understand how to wash
Yeah.
clothes. A lot of you don't. Okay, so we're just gonna call it what it is. A lot of you don't know about your mama didn't teach you that, and so you one of them young girls running around here putting clothes in one temperature of water, and you think that's it, but that's not it. You need to understand what goes in hot, what goes in cold, and what goes in warm. If you don't know that,
Right.
you forget talking to a grown man. You better get you one of them young boys that listen to mumble rap, because a grown man is not it's not gonna last. You can't wash no clothes, it's not gonna last. All right.
And last but not least,
This is the black and white. We always say always bet on black. Black being the dominant color, and black and white looks good with everything. And a lot of you ladies, you are up on your sneaker game because you match up everything. And I know you got a nice pair
of black and white sneakers.
that would go with this. Again, change that. There we go. Now you can see this right here in the all black and white. Grown Fit. Bam, you turn it around. You see that Grown Fit logo on the sleeve that stands out, the black on the white. This is nice too.
We done made the QVC channel. This is the
nice.
GMC QVC.
And then you got the pants. You see the pants? Pants incredible. The G up off that black with the white trim. You cannot go wrong with this. You look.
And it cups around the butt, baby. Though that little heart around the butt, it cups it nice. You know what I'm
look like
saying?
a
And gives a
superhero.
little accent to your booty, ladies.
You look like a superhero in that. Why is the camera fuzzy? You look
'Cause
like
you
a
up close to
superhero
it.
in that. Walaikum assalam, family. I see you. I see you. Miss Savior's Day. You know I was there listening to the minister. The minister spoke 4.5 hours. I caught all 4.5 hours. They were trying not to have him up. YouTube, they were trying to keep him from going, but he got the word out.
Right.
So this is something that you can go to grownfitwear.com. Grownfitwear.com. And you can order that. And you can also go grassroots. You can hit Yolanda.
Yeah,
hit
you can
me up in the
DM us,
DM,
yeah.
Because I'm better than FedEx.
Yeah.
All right? I'll bring it right to you.
And also on the website, it may not reflect the new stuff that's coming in. We're about to revamp the website. Got to do new photo shoots and all of that. But sometimes you may see the colors, the name of the colors listed. But if you go to the website and you don't see something as far as in the color, maybe that what we've shown you here, all you got to do is DM myself or DM Tone, hit us up, and we will definitely send you virtual images that you can look at and you can see, and we will provide a personal shopping experience for you. You can also hit us up on Grown Fit Wear, on Facebook, and you can schedule those appointments on Facebook if you want to do a personal one-on-one appointment and get a Grown Fit fitting. We also offer that for you as well, but you can hit us up on Grown Fit Wear on Facebook. Okay.
Jordan girl, and thank you. You were one of the emails. That was incredible. She says debt equals slavery. It does. The borrower will always be a slave to the lender. Mm-hmm. Always. Mm-hmm. Sunday says, I got a tithe envelope with that word. Whatever envelope you have.
Yes, use that tithing envelope. That will work for that 100-day challenge. Get you 100 of them.
I was shocked when my FICO score dropped when I paid off my car.
Right.
And then told I needed to get credit card debt. Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Right. That's the myth that they teaching, and they right. They want you to stay in debt and keep owing them. You know what I mean?
The thing is,
but the wealthy folk don't owe nobody.
The thing is, are you secure enough in yourself to tell somebody you don't care about a credit score? Because people will look at you like you're strange. Dave Ramsey says, if your friends don't think something's wrong or your parents think you need counseling, you ain't going about it right. Mm-hmm. Because he says, live like no one else, so later on you can live like no one else. And the whole thing is, Jim Carrey said, he said, if you will not back off of your lifestyle and change it for a year so you can live how you always wanted to live for the rest of your life, then you caught up in what other people say. Right. And I'm going to tell you something. Let's keep it a buck. All of us, and me included, all of us say, oh, we don't care what nobody think. We don't care what nobody think. We don't, I do my own thing. No, you don't. Mm-hmm. No, you don't. No, you don't. We try to impress people because we think other people's opinion matters, and it don't. Mm-hmm. The only person's opinion that matters is yourself or your family, and sometimes your family opinion don't matter. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What? I know.
Yes.
I know. It's 15 minutes, but I got to finish this. I can't go without talking about this. Make sure that you are preparing to be at the one-night stand. The one-night stand is going to be at Stats. It's going to be Thursday, March 24th at 8 p.m. It is one of the most important comedy shows in the history of Laugh It Up Thursdays. Mm-hmm. Make sure you're there. Since I didn't get a chance to say goodbye or dismiss properly, like they say in the church, to the people on air that's been riding with me the last 5 years, Grown Man Radio. Then be up inside the building. Go to ysprosent.com, ysprosent.com, and purchase your tickets. All right? That night is going to be super special. I get a chance to perform, and I also get a chance to tape and film this one-night stand that's called It's Bigger Than Radio. So if you really want to support me, if you really have love for me, like you say you do.
They said low sound. You're not talking through the mic.
Then go and purchase the tickets from ysprosent.com. All right? Go and get your tickets for the one-night stand for Laugh It Up Thursdays.
All right.
And that's all I got, man.
Okay, well, hopefully y'all heard that because they're putting up comments that you were away from the mic and they couldn't hear you. So Hopefully you heard all of that stuff that he said at the end about March 24th, Laugh It Up Thursdays. Again, ysprosent.com. Thank you, Trey Griff, for putting up the information about Grown Fit Wear. for people if they are interested in a personal shopping experience, or if you want to go to grownfitwear.com or just hit us up personally, please do so. And John C. Burnett said it's way bigger than radio. Believe that. That's right, baby. Believe that. Please do. And again, thank y'all for tuning in on these Tuesdays and having this time and moments with us. And again, we have some major announcements that we're going to be making at the March 24th show. So thanks again for joining. God bless you and good night, like Russell Simmons says.
Yeah.
It's a grown man in the building. I don't think you're ready. Come on. We riding on some grown man knees. We step into some grown man knees. Conversation on some grown man knees. Put your hands up on some grown man knees. We puffing on some grown man knees. We sipping on some grown man knees. Come on. We vibing on some grown man knees. We loving on some grown man knees. I know, you know, that you're down with me. You know, I know that you're feeling me. Know that the time has passed for you to raise your glass, to stand up, pull your pants up, and you know that it's time to represent. We riding on some grown man knees.